I'm Nigerian journalist Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Monday, the 20th of January 2025. Let's talk about Timileyin Ajayi, the man here on my left, and Salome Adaidu, the young lady that was allegedly murdered by the gospel singer. I told you a few days ago in a video that this girl is not going to get justice. The way you guys are doing this case. First of all, the last time I said something like this, it sure happened. The Oromani case. I ended up being bullied. My phone number, my address leaked, and I fled Nigeria. I'm not going to go through this stuff again, okay? I'm no longer in Nigeria. But I'm going to tell you the truth. And you can tell me in 2 years' time whether I was right, okay? Salome Adaidu has some questionable issues with her character. A lot of you are always on the side of the victim without opening the bigger picture. Think outside the box. I said it, and people started abusing me on Facebook. Think outside the fucking box. There are a lot of people in Nigeria who are committing violence against women. How many journalists have touched these cases? How many? You tell me. I look at both sides, and that's why I'm an investigative journalist. Celine and Afiba are still missing. They went to see Andrew in Aba. Andrew's dead. Oster was unalived in Aja in the home of Killer Boy, her boyfriend. Killer Boy is in Sierra Leone. They had a wanted poster for him, Nigerian police. Did they go to Sierra Leone? Did they try extradition proceedings in an African country? No, they didn't. He's in Sierra Leone living, and he's not under custody over there. And he's still sending his baby mama money in Abuja for the kid he had with that one. $500K a month. I have receipts. Yes, I have receipts. Bamisha Ayonwale, she was unalived on a bus by a bus driver who actually confessed to the crime, and DSS handed him over to Lagos State Police Command, who handed him over to TVC so he can change his story. Don't you see what's going on in Nigeria? You're there abusing me on Facebook 2 nights ago and calling me all kinds of names. This girl is not going to get any justice. There's a lot more. Christina, Justina, all these different girls that have been unalived by men. None of these journalists out there in mainstream media house ever investigate these things, but they dig into it so they can get ratings for their stations. Legit NG has been consistently doing stories over this, but wake up, people. Wake up. The family of this girl is not doing the right thing, especially her sister running up and down talking to the media. You do not do interviews with the media. I'm a PR person. I'm also a media person. You don't run around doing media rounds to get justice for somebody. This is what Oromani's father did. You let the police do the investigation, and you're on the police 24/7. You put your eyes on the police 24/7. You call the IPO every damn day, not going around to the media. Now I understand that the media can spread the information, but a lot of stuff is conflicting. Look at how many people are talking. Look at the last WhatsApp chat with her boyfriend, last WhatsApp chat with her friend, last WhatsApp chat with this one, last one, Facebook friend. Too many people are talking. Let the police do the investigation. You're compromising it. I spoke to an investigator yesterday. The one person that gives me all the gist and all the information going on in the police. And he told me that this thing is not going to be solved. Now the sister goes to Brekete TV. What is Brekete? What is Brekete TV? A radio show, an entertainment show where the host of the show is asking questions and answering and creating content of all of you. Has Brekete solved Mohbad's case? Who did all the Mohbad work? Was it not me? Now she goes to Brekete going to talk. If you know Salome's sister, tell her to stop talking to the media. This is so fucking annoying. And you want something to be solved. In Nigeria, even Deborah, the girl that was killed in Sokoto, have they solved her own? Have they arrested the people that actually burned her? Not to talk to people that terrorists killed randomly, like the doctor on the train. Violence against women is something that Mrs. Tinubu should go, and start focusing on. And I tweeted it on the day that they were inaugurated. Mrs. Tinubu and President Tinubu. Has the First Lady done anything? No. Sanwo-Olu and Joke, okay, both promised the Ayonwales that they will solve Bamishe's case, and they haven't. Asta, is still there. Her own is chilling in Sierra Leone. Celine and Afiba is still there. Afiba's parents in Ghana don't know what's going on because their child went to Nigeria for some kind of visit to a former friend from school, and next thing is a hookup, and let's focus on this stuff. There are questionable things going on with some of our girls out there. When Celine called Afiba to come, Afiba heard the phone call of the devil and traveled to Nigeria. They were going to see a Facebook friend that they met. Some of them are saying that Timileyin and Salome met on Facebook. Look at what some of these journalists are doing. Everybody's all hyped up about this and that. Now, what was Salome doing with, and if I have to close comments on this post, I will. If I see one rubbish comment, I will close comment. You will not have a feedback opportunity. I don't need anybody's feedback. I'm an investigative journalist. If I have millions and millions of dollars, I will investigate the story. And I don't have to be in Nigeria. I know my work and I know the level of work I've done. I have solved 13 murders in Toronto, Canada, and 3 in America. Bonnie Hay is just like this one. Okay, Bonnie Hay. H-A-I-M. Go and Google Bonnie Hay. I was on that investigation. A 3-year-old was saying that mommy was beaten by daddy, mommy beat daddy, mommy did. And the police chief kept telling us that we can't take the testimony of a 3-year-old. This man is 90 years old now, and I'm 60. This police chief at the time. And this little boy was raking leaves in the back of their house at 17 years old, and that's when she found a grave. He was digging a place to put these leaves, and then he found a grave of mommy, his mother, killed when he was 3 years old in domestic violence with the father. The father was arrested years later. When they called me from America to tell me how this stupid man killed his wife, and we didn't listen to the 3-year-old, people that called me were saying there was a journalist who was 30 years old that was saying this stuff, and nobody paid attention to her. And that's because I was a female and a black journalist at the time. This was the beginning of my journalism career. I know how to solve murder cases. Please don't fuck with me. If you know Salome's sister, stop talking to the media. You're compromising the investigation. This is why the police can't tell us everything. Because the family has already compromised the investigation. They need to learn, if you become a family of a murder victim, how things are solved. This is why Nigerian police is not solving anything. I'm done with Lagos State Police Command. They refuse to do anything about any case. Many of the cases I'm talking about was in Lagos. Okay? The Celine Afiba was not in Lagos. And this one is in Nasarawa State. Nasarawa is not even talking about. Let them do their job. It's them you're on. You call them every day. Every relative will call the police every day. That's how it's done. You're sitting on Brekete. Steve, what is Brekete? And some of you coming to my page quoting Brekete and tagging Brekete. Don't do that. I'm a first-class, world-class investigative journalist. And I will continue telling you. I have 2.5 weeks left in this profession to retire February 9th. 31 years, and I'm giving you advice. What was Salome doing with Timileyin Ajayi? She was not kidnapped. Don't give me that kidnapped. And don't call him a serial killer, because until you're found to have killed 3, 4, 5 women, you're serial. Right now, this guy is more like a cannibal. Some of you are saying, oh, why did he separate all the bodies? When you dismember somebody, you cut the body into pieces. God forbid it happen to any of you out there. If you want to damage evidence of killing somebody, the first thing you need to do is to cut them into pieces. I know a woman in Lagos who was cut into pieces like that, and I have the photographs. Okay, because of money, because of hookup, that was her own. And then they're now saying she was getting married to a pharmacist, her boyfriend. The boyfriend's chat said, stop showing the WhatsApp chats between people and Salome. You are compromising the investigation. Timileyin Ajayi did not work alone. People are talking in his Abuja neighborhood that, yeah, he always likes girls, different girls. He always wants to meet girls. He was a loner. He was this. Everybody's saying this. Everybody's saying that. But you are saying it to the media, not to the police. Are we that stupid in Nigeria? When somebody kills somebody, what's the first thing they're going to do to hide the crime? They have to wash the body parts. Who wants blood dripping everywhere? You're all saying, he washed it. Some of the body parts was found in a pot inside his house. He was about to cook it. Was he about to eat it? We don't know yet. We can't even call him a cannibal, but he's close to it if he decided that he wants to cook something. Or don't you understand some of the cases I did in Philadelphia when that man was putting garlic, curry and everything to prevent the smell from smelling? Wake up, Nigerians. Wake up, people. Okay? Salome was going around with this Timileyin on that day. Up and down the place, markets. even when they went to buy the nylon that she's going to end up in. This is some of the stuff the investigators have to look at. He said, and he has confessed, and nobody must hand him to any TVC or anybody, because he has confessed. Okay? He said, I found photos on her phone of another man, and she was cheating. They had some kind of relationships. Wake up. Stop saying she was kidnapped. Stop saying this and that. They had some kind of relationship. Crime of passion. I've seen many in America. Some of you in Nigeria never heard of crime of passion. I simply believe that this man thought she was cheating on him, not knowing that this girl was actually dating somebody else who she was engaged to, fiance, planning a wedding. Know where your young ladies are going. Know who they're hanging around with. Salome didn't tell this guy that she was getting married or she had another man. He has already confessed, and that confession is stuck in my own head. She was cheating on me. And when you keep going to the media up and down the place, that's how you're going to let this guy walk. And you're all sentimental. It doesn't mean that you should kill her. We know that. And you call the motive murder cases. But at the end of the day, this madman thought that he was the only one that owned Salome. What was Salome doing with him? The best investigative journalist in this case so far is not even an investigative journalist. He's a reporter at News Central that's running up and down trying to gather information. But instead, you are running around giving media information. Let the media do their job on their own and work with police. And then now he will say he's not guilty. What's the plea? Not guilty. Because it's a crime of passion. And what's the word that these judges will give him? Nigerian judge. They'll give him life in prison. They might even give him 10 years. Or 2 years. Or even work if he has a good lawyer. Stop talking to the media. Salome's family.